Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is Waqar bin Jamal from the platform of IM4CSS Online Academy. Today we are going to study the second lecture of English Prescient composition, and that is about primary auxiliary verb, lexical verb, and modal auxiliary verb. We are going to see the difference between primary auxiliary verb, between lexical verb, and modal auxiliary verb. So before this, I'm going to tell you that this is the lecture number 2 and video number 1. So let's start. Here we have lexical verb. We're going to see the definition that what are the lexical verbs. Lexical verbs are those which are verbs structurally and functionally. Means to say, these are the words that works like a verb. They are structurally verb and they are functionally verb. Examples: walk, walked, walked. Go, went, gone. These are the example irregular verb. Cut, cut, and cut. Though voice and spelling are same, but these are also lexical verb. So now we are going to see the difference between lexical verb and auxiliary verb. Here we have definition of auxiliary verb. Definition: an auxiliary verb, abbreviated aux, is a verb that adds functional or grammatical meaning to the clause in which it appears, so as to express tense, aspect, modality, voice, emphasis, etc. Auxiliary verbs usually accompany a main verb. Means to say that auxiliary verb, most of that do not come alone. But here we will be seeing the difference between the auxiliary verb. There are two types of auxiliary verb, and that is primary auxiliary verb and modal auxiliary verb. Modal auxiliary verb and primary auxiliary verb have little bit difference. We are going to see what that difference is. Now, what is primary auxiliary? Firstly, we are going to see what is primary auxiliary. These verbs are derived from three roots. We have three main roots word, and these primary auxiliary, and also we call them helping verb. These verbs have been derived from three roots, and that are be. From be we have derived is, aim, or, was, were, been, and being. These all words have been derived from be, and we have do, does, did, but not done. If you will be saying that done is also, then it will becoming lexical verb, not primary auxiliary. So remember that do, does, and did are primary auxiliary verb, and done is not included in this list. And we have, has, and had. These are also primary auxiliary verb. Primary auxiliary may come as lexical verb. I mean to say, these auxiliary verb, primary auxiliary verbs, can replace the lexical verbs and can work like a lexical verb. We have example as written over here. He is a good man. Is, what is this? A lexical verb. It's a primary auxiliary, but here it is working like lexical verb. So we can say that primary auxiliary verb can replace the lexical verb. I have three brothers. Auxiliary verb, it shows possessions. Here have is an auxiliary verb, but here it is working like lexical verb. So we can say the primary auxiliary verb can replace the lexical verb. Okay, so I hope you have understood this one. Next one, we are going to see modal auxiliary. What are the modal auxiliary? Modal verbs are 11 in numbers. We have example: can, could, may, might, must, will, would, shall, should, ought to, and used to. These are the modal verbs. Their use get changed with the change of sentence, with the change of context. That's why they are confusing. Most of the time students get confused in modal verbs in their use. Just because it varies, just because these are the functional words, and functional words get varied. So I'm going to explain the difference, how they are being used in different situations. So your confusion can be vanished, can be ended. Functions of modal auxiliary are problematic. We have started from this one. Modal auxiliary can never come as lexical verb. Yes, this is the difference between primary auxiliary and between modal auxiliary. That primary auxiliary can replace the lexical verb, but modal auxiliary cannot replace the lexical verb, and it always comes with main verb. I mean to say lexical verb. It always comes with lexical verb. A modal auxiliary can never come as lexical verb and thus cannot come alone. Modal auxiliary must be followed by another verb. I mean to say lexical. There would be a lexical verb. Modal auxiliary do not come adjacent, but two primary auxiliary may come adjacent. Yes. We have example. He has been waiting for you. Has and been both are primary auxiliary and both have come in the same sentence. It's correct one. They can come, but two adjacent modal verbs cannot come in a same sentence. As over here, I must attend this webinar. I have listened this many times by the students. Mistakenly they spoke like this, but it's a mistake. It's a grammatical mistake that you should remember. Modal verb do not come in adjacent forms. They always come with lexical verb singly. Okay, this is the difference between the primary auxiliary verb and the modal auxiliary verb. Here we are going to see the use of modes of modal verbs. We have different modes of modal auxiliary, that how they are used in different situations. We will be seeing this here. Modes of modal auxiliary. I mean to say these words get changed with the context, with the situation, with the sentence, and their meaning also get changed. So this is the confusion which students face, and they always find modal verbs very tricky, very problematic. Inshallah, in this video you are going to understand how actually the modal verbs are the auxiliary modals should be used. Firstly, we are going to see can. Can is used for insistence. You are going to insist someone, you will be using can. Ability, possibility, permission, and offer. This is the use of can. We are going to explain it inshallah in the next slide. We have will. For will we have promise, expectation, and obligation. See the next one. Shall, it is used for obligation. Must, it is used for compulsion. Will and shall, again they are used for intention. We are going to understand it. We are going to, don't worry, we will be explaining it. Here we have the use of can. That at what occasion we use can. Firstly, ability and possibility in the present. Means to say मौजूदा ज़माने में एबिलिटी, काबिलियत और मुमकिन किसी चीज़ का मुमकिन होने को बयान किया जाता है कैन की मदद से. Permission in a particular sense. In a particular sense, permission is also asked through this word can. In a very limited sense, not usual, not all the time, in a very limited sense. When somebody has capability to teach you and you are going to take his lecture, and you are entering from the door and you will be saying, can I come, sir? You can say this in a limited sense. Why you can say? Because can talks about the capability and ability. It means you are getting some by your teacher. So here you can use can. Can is the auxiliary of possibility. It's also the auxiliary of possibility. There is a difference little bit. There is a difference between can and may. We have practical possibility and theoretical possibility. The road can be blocked. The road may be blocked. If it's about theory, it's about just a talk, we will be saying that the road may be blocked. If it's practically it has been done, then we will be saying the road can be blocked. In next video we are going to see use of could. So here we are going to finish this video. In next video number 2, lecture number 2, video number 2, we will be saying the use of could.